Hi guys, my name's Shiels down here at Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester. And what I want to talk about is the one thing that all tour pros have in common. Striking a golf ball beyond the ball. So making sure you hit the ball first and then the floor after. There's many different unique golf swings out on tour. You've got your Jim Furyk's and then all the way to your Adam Scott's. Completely different golf swings, but one thing that pretty much all tour pros have in common, all good players, or good amateurs, good professionals, is striking the ball first and then the floor after. And this tip's going to help us improve that beyond belief. We're going to hit the ball much better after watching this and practicing this movement. This is applying to an iron only, this tip. So be careful we don't try and bring this too much into our wood swing or our driver swing, certainly, because we don't really want to be descending into the back of the ball too much with a wood, but we can do with an iron. I've just got a mid iron here, I've got my 8 iron, just to demonstrate this movement. Now, the reason why this is so important is because as the club comes into the back of the golf ball, we don't want to be losing any of that power as we come in to hit the ball. So we don't want to be hitting the floor too far behind. Otherwise, the club's going to come in and lose so much of the power into the floor instead of the power from the club head transferring onto the golf ball and then obviously helping you get your most distance then. One of the important things in this whole movement is making sure that we can find the bottom of our golf swing much more consistently. Now, if I was to identify bottom of golf swing or kind of give you the definition of it, it should sit directly below your sternum. So pretty much below your chest bone right here would be the bottom of your golf swing. Now, if that bottom of your golf swing is too far behind the ball at the point of contact, have a guess where you're going to hit. You're going to hit way behind the golf ball. And that, like I say, is going to cause so many inconsistent movements. Now, if this sternum, your chest bone, is moving too much during the golf swing, well, how are you going to be able to judge the bottom of your golf swing? You know, that club's going to hit anywhere from a perfect strike to too thin to too fat. And that's where inconsistency can really start to set in. So we're going to focus our main kind of focal point is your sternum, the middle of your body, the middle of your chest bone here. Because everything from there, if we can get our sternum over the golf ball better, or even more beyond the golf ball better, that's where we're going to hit the golf ball consistently every time. So once we've set up, let's say I've got an 8 iron here. An 8 iron ball position for me is just a tiny bit in front of the centre of my stance, but I'm keeping my sternum almost in front of that. So I'm keeping my sternum a tiny bit to the left. This is not a way of kind of pushing too much weight to the left. It's just keeping the middle of my body just to the left of the golf ball. That's going to help me now as I come back down to visualise where I want my sternum to be back again when I make contact. The important thing from this point is making sure in the backswing we don't move this sternum all the way back here, because we are going to hit the floor behind. We've got to try and keep our sternum, the middle of our body, much more over the golf ball as we come to hit. So I'm not moving laterally to the side here. I'm staying nice and central and making sure I strike beyond the golf ball. So I'm going to do this in normal speed and we'll slow it down on the video. Notice how my middle of my body never actually moved to the side. It never moved to the right hand side. And that way I'm consistently striking the ball first and then the floor after. Now, I don't want you to overdo this movement. It's not a fact I actually want you to lean to the left. It really isn't. It's just an encouragement to keep the middle of your body either on top of the golf ball or just a little bit further beyond it. Now, one more really kind of simple tip for this as well, just really easy drill for you to do to practice this movement. Once you set up to the golf ball, and I've done this in a video before, once you set up, I want you to push the ball forward 3 or 4 inches. Put the club back. So we've got a gap now of, like I say, 3 or 4 inches. I want you to then try and strike that golf ball effectively. So I'm keeping my sternum nice and central. And I'm transferring my weight to make sure I get onto my left side to again help me move the bottom of my golf swing further beyond the golf ball. So pop it forward, put the club back and transfer your weight. And that way you are going to hit the ball first and then the floor after so many more times. Once you've practiced that, pop the ball position back to where it normally would be, and imagine the golf ball is further forward. So guys, there's my bit of advice of how you're going to be able to strike the ball better with your irons. This is more of an iron golf swing than any other. Don't try and translate this onto your driver too much. Your two big important things is keeping your sternum central over the golf ball, if not a tiny bit left of the golf ball. And also the little drill where we put the ball forward is going to encourage you to transfer your weight better as well. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Please comment down below. You can check out my next video here, and you can subscribe just here. Thanks again for watching. My name's been Shiels down here at Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester.